To help clarify what I'm looking for when it comes to key terms for 11s, 12s, and 13s, I will give you a few samples here. First, we're going to work on the 11s. Okay, 11s, as you turn through about the first 14 or 15 pages of your lab workbook, look for lab equipment, your word search, and right after that, you will then find your key terms list that goes through our term. Now remember, you're only with me for half a year, which is why you have 5 EUs. Okay, now on the following page, you will find your key terms section. Notice that I already have the word written for you here. Then you're going to use the glossary in your textbook to write out a definition. Now, in the case of this one here about the arts, it's not in the textbook, but you can go to dictionary.com, and that's what you'll use for your citing. Whereas the next one is about engineering. Write out your definition, and then tell me on what page in your textbook will you find it. All right, now let's move on to the 12s. For the 12s, you will do about the same. Move in about 16 or so pages. Look for your lab equipment word search, and right next to it, here is your list of 12's key terms that takes you through all of your 10 EUs, okay? Now, right after that is where you will write your definitions. Same as the 11s, using your textbook to write the definition and cite where you found it from. Now, I found that there is some words that were missing on one of our definitions. What they're actually referring to here is apparent motion of the sun, but we will go with apparent, meaning the capability of being perceived or understood. Initial evidence. Now, I will cite this as dictionary.com because that's the website that I used. Now, on to the next word, eclipse. Eclipse is found in the textbook glossary, and within the reading, it's found on page 25. On to 13s. Okay, 13s, you're going to do about the same. You're going to go into the textbook about 15 or 16 pages. You will also look for your lab equipment word search, and right after that, you will also find your key terms. All of your 10 units are listed. You have a few more words than the others, so your page goes a little bit longer. And right after that is where you will find your section for writing your definitions. The key term is already typed in for you. You simply write your definition and then cite the page that you find it on. And I will tell you there are a few words that you aren't going to find within the textbook itself, but that you can also go through dictionary.com and find a definition that helps to, that you can use for that word. Okay, so for example, eukaryote has a membrane-bound nucleus and ranges in size of 10 to 100 micrometers. Okay, now this symbol, micrometer, is what we find back here on our page where I give you a whole bunch of symbols, right? The prefix and the symbol, and here is our symbol for micro, right? So this matches with that. So we're looking at a eukaryote is about 10 to 100 micrometers in width. Okay? So that's how you're going to write out your definitions. You are writing in your lab workbooks. This will be yours to keep, but remember, it's part of your responsibility to be completing this because I might be asking for it at any given point in time, just so I can do a check-in. All right, take care, guys.